Hey guys, welcome back to our video. Today is another episode of our daily stock market insights, and it's June 4th, 2020. And I already have here a list of the stocks we are going to review tonight. I bet you all are very happy today. You know why? Because let's take a look at PSEi. PSEi has been on a bullish movement in the past how many days? So there you have it. Let's talk about that. How far or how high could this reach? Okay, so far I'd have to say we are going to test this area at the moment. Okay, so I see here this used to be a support, so it might retest that. Okay, it actually somehow started to trigger the it, initial support that we created. So there's volume. So I said that if there's a volume, there's a possibility that it will break that. So good, that's a good story. The next area that it will challenge would be this area, 600 or 6,841. Okay, and we're already at the somehow overbought, but hopefully we can stay in the area for a few more weeks before it retraces. So I will not be surprised if it will retrace, because that's the true nature of a stock. And let's go ahead and talk about the individual performance of our picks. And these stocks came from your requests, by the way. All right. CHIB, which is another bank that we have here, China Bank Corporation, we have started to trigger the upper Bollinger Band. So that is a beginning. Okay, so that's a good 3.39% increase in the price. So just in case the market gives you a chance from where it is at to this new support area, the better. So for long-term investors, just take advantage. In either way, from 19.82 to 20.45, that's already a good entry price. Just time the market. If you want, you can do a 15, because now that you're set, you're already determined that you want to get in. It's just a matter of identifying how many cents can you save. But if you don't really mind, wherever it is at, go ahead and enter first minute of the day. Hopefully it doesn't do a gap up, which happened to, I think, East West. Let me just quickly check that out. Yeah, East West. So I'm not even sure if this was the stock that I was mentioning yesterday, and I said try to haggle, but we really have no control if the market wants to do a gap up. So just be quick in entering then. Okay. Now that we're here with East West, I'd say yeah, we're sitting. We broke the new support, or the it will create potentially a new support in this area, because we already broke out of that resistance. Your previous support can act as a resistance, but it did not even stay in that area too long. So it broke that resistance and will most likely, I'm not sure, maybe it will continue to move higher and then retest and then do that. Or it's also possible that it will close this gap, because this is a gap up, right? So it might close that gap first, it retests that area, and then continue to move higher. But overall, we are bullish. There will be more uptrend, or climb for this particular stock. So I'm gonna add that here. What about MBT? MBT as well. So even if you see that that's a significant increase already, if there will be some declines, it'll just be minor retracement. But overall, the sentiment here is really to the upside in the next few days. So our new support now, I'm plotting it here. 41.85. Okay, so there's a possibility that it will continue to move higher. The volume is still there, but just take note, you are already at the overbought level, so we're not 100% sure if it will stay there for a few days. or it will retrace right away. But either way, if it will retrace, the next possible stop right after that would be this level, 39.21. Okay, next, SMC. SMC, oh, SMC is giving us a chance. This is a bearish candlestick, guys, so we might have some more declines, but I hope it's just 1 day worth of a decline and then it will continue to move higher. So this is your support. We're still in a very constricted Bollinger Band, but what's good about this is that it's starting to open up, so you'll see some more sentiment to the upside in the coming days, but it will first revisit the 98 area. Um, because this used to be your resistance, it will just retest that because we finally broke out of that resistance. And as how I would normally draw it, it will move higher and retest and continue to move higher. Okay, that's how it goes. But overall, look at that. This is SMC. So a very strong company as well. It's just that, of course, the revenue has been badly hit, I believe, because of what happened here. Yeah, see that? It's a negative 91.48. Next is Maxis. Maxis, okay, and this is giving us a chance. This is a bearish candlestick, guys, so I think it'll just retest your new support, which is at your MA20 line. There you have it, 5.84. So it'll just retest that and then it will continue to move higher. MRSGI. Okay, there is a, this is going to probably act as a resistance here. If that price gets, or that level gets broken, then you will have um, a brand new support at this resistance area. Right now it is acting as a resistance, so there's a possibility that it'll go back to your previous support if the price starts 165, for example, and then the next movement in the next few hours of the market, if it goes down, then the probability of it revisiting 150 is going to be higher. And however, if it breaks your MA20 line, which again, when we're moving below that level, that MA20 can become a resistance. But if it breaks that, then you will have a brand new support. Okay, something like this. When it half of the body was there, it was confirmed by the next day. It revisited almost near your MA20 line, and then all of a sudden, the next few days, sentiment is moving to the upside. So I'm thinking if it will break that, it will also do the same, and then some people might take profit and then retest your new support and then go up again. Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific, yes. So it actually it followed our sentiment, right? So we said that MA20 line can be your support area. And in today's market, good job to those people who were really waiting for it right here near the MA20 line. Some people may have waited here, but this is already a good haggle. So good catch right here. I feel that the next few days it'll just move higher. I still would like to plot it there because, sometimes it will create a support in that area, and then within the day the market can drop probably in that level, so good for you to catch it there. And overall, I feel that it'll continue to move higher in the coming days. It's just you know gaining some more momentum again. All right, so 41.36. I don't want to plot the resistance yet. Okay, I'll plot it. um Next resistance would be this level because of this two. I see this, right? And then also here. So that's the next resistance that I see. All right. And if it starts to trigger that, then we can probably move higher again. But for now, 41.36, the nearer you are in that space, the better. ALLHC. ALLHC, we officially broke the MA20 level. Right, so it will probably just retest and stabilize in that area before it moves higher. 1.74. Okay, that's the support that we see at the moment. But you know, if you're going to go to a weekly chart, that is your support there, 159. Hi, let's see. I don't think that it'll go back to this level. We're already above the MA20 line. So if that's the case, still stick to 1.70 area. That's the support. Okay, you had your resistance right over here, and we managed to break that resistance. Now we're revisiting that. That will become your new support. So 1.70. Try to haggle. And AGI. As for, wow, good formation here. This is a good movement. AGI here is going to start the climb here, start of the bullish movement for this stock. So yeah, anywhere from where it is at right now, 6.21 against 6.55. That's very near. I think you can already get in. Look at the potential of this stock. Look at that. So promising, right? We're here at the very low section of the stock. Every when does this give a dividend? Once a year? December? Yeah, not consistent. Okay, but overall the chart is looking attractive right now. So this is a good catch right here. VLL. VLL, we are already outside or higher than the MA20 line, so that's a good one. I see that it will continue to move higher. Just plot the support at 3.65, 3.62 area because that's your MA20 line. Let me just see how it looks like. All right, good. This one. So there was a support in this level, used to be your resistance in this area, and if you go back to your daily chart, yes, it's your MA20 level as well. Therefore, let's use that as our new support. This will potentially also start to trigger some more bullish actions, and we're still very early in the game here. Where's my... There, my RSI is gone. Okay, so see, we're still at a healthy level in our RSI here, so nothing to worry. You're still at a very cheap level. DNL. As for DNL, oh, it's going to rest. This is a bearish candlestick, and that's fine. This is just going to be, I feel that this is just a minor retracement. It will just revisit your MA20 line right there. See, as you can see here, there used to be a support here, used to be a resistance here, so another support here. So it will just revisit that, okay? And it will rest for hopefully in just one day. And hopefully in just one day you just have a long wick, something like this. It's just a long wick, touches that and jumps or bounces right away. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. That's why we're giving a clearance or like an allowance as to where it will potentially bounce. Even though we see a price being so attractive, we still plot a few cents away from that line to the nearest support. That way we can maximize our potential profit. GTCAP, this one I was watching earlier, and yeah, I think I'm going to research further. AGI also looks very attractive here. AGI and GTCAP. I feel that we are going to have more bullish movements here. We're triggering the upper Bollinger Band, although there's a slight resistance here, short-term resistance. So I'm thinking people will take profit tomorrow. So if you can get in as near as you can at the even here, 412. I was actually waiting for it at the 422 level. That's already a good entry price. 423 level. That's a good haggle. I don't think it will revisit this part because the momentum is already picking up with good volume. So just trying to haggle for a few cents. But for investors, they won't wait anymore. This is already a good price. But for us, for small traders, we are going to wait. My recommendation is try to haggle for a few pesos, 423 area, and then it will continue to move higher. That's a short-term resistance, but seeing the trend in our volume here, it's picking up. That means people are starting to show interest here. Your RSI is still at a healthy level, so nothing to worry there. MWIDE. MWIDE is most likely going to revisit your MA20 line, or this support. Yeah, that support, not exactly at the MA20, but very near the MA20. That one, okay, 5.89. It will just retest that, and most likely it will continue its uptrend. Okay, try to haggle for a few cents or pesos there. And JGS. As for JGS, this is a resistance, June 8, X date. Okay, so just observe the movement tomorrow because you have a resistance nearby and you're already at the overbought. So try to haggle. Let us see if it will drop and revisit this one. So tomorrow could be a decision-making day. Used to be a support here, used to be a resistance here. So if the market price or the price moves, let's say starts at 62.50 and moves higher than that, then of course it will test again the next resistance level. But if there will be downward sentiment, then it will most likely revisit your 56.95, and that will be your first wave. So it will just Elliott wave. Sometimes it takes 5 waves, sometimes 3 waves before it retraces fully. Something like this. I think this is the one. I'm going to show you an example. Example, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, did some sideways and then drops. Okay, see that? There's a slight overshoot, but it dropped. Let's try another one. But that was already a bullish movement there. I don't see a perfect example, but this is a perfect example. So maybe it can also do the same, right? It will go higher and then it will retrace, and then after that it will have another wave of bounce to the upside, and then maybe it will reach 3 to 5. But if you want to be conservative, maybe up to the third wave as it goes higher, then you take profit. Just play it by ear. Of course, you also have your RSI to consider. Like for instance, this one, while the price is moving higher and higher, your momentum is starting to die down over here. See that? It's starting to decline. And that's another thing to also take note of. Okay, for now, 56.95 is our support. 62.5 is a make or break day, which is, let's see tomorrow if it will break that. JFC. JFC now, the size of the candlestick is starting to become smaller. So I'm just not sure if it will retain in this area or if it will experience some breakdown in price. Because sometimes it overshoots, you know, slightly above the MA20, but uh, it actually is going to decline. So I'm just going to plot it here just in case it tests your support and move higher again. Okay, so this is what I was referring to. It goes higher and then goes down again. Okay, so tomorrow let's see if it will continue to move. So I'm gonna plot it there. So again, the condition is if the price goes higher than 133, then most likely you are going to have a brand new support within the MA20 line, and it will do that. Otherwise, it will go back to your previous support. We don't know if it is going to go up right away. Maybe it will do sideways and then up. That could also be another possibility. So far, you're still at the mid range in your RSI. And overall, for long term investors, um, this is still a very, very healthy area. Okay, so that would be a good, this is a good time to consider entering in blue chip companies. Right now, my focus is really on the blue chip companies because we're looking at the bigger potential of the return. Uh, Previously, when the market was, when the index was really at the very high end, we were not showing interest much in that because the movements are really low, or fluctuations are really low. But right now, because we came from a massive downward trend, so along with those stocks in the blue chip companies, we now see a big reward, risk to reward opportunity there, higher reward compared to the risk. Okay, so that's the thought process. Next, we'd like to talk about Dito. Dito is again trying to retrace, so most likely it will go back to your previous resistance and will establish a brand new support there. So it will go down at the 2.33 level and before it goes higher again. So watch out for it. Tech. Oh, tech. Same. It might go back as well. So we're still here in tech. I'm still here, but our I think yeah I put it where I entered here around 590 I think. I mean 790. So it might go back again here 717. So we'll just wait for it. Okay. That's the support. It might retrace a few pesos, but there's a foreign buying here. So could be it will just retest your support. Your MA20, this stock respected the MA20 being a resistance at the moment. Mac, okay, second day. This is the second day, which validated a sign of weakness. Okay, so people are just taking profit, guys. So that's what I am seeing. So most likely they'll go back to your MA20 line. Used to be a support here, so it will just re-establish that support and carry on with your bullish movement next. It'll most likely bounce at the 4.25 area. Overall, the market is still giving us a chance to get it at a cheaper price. There you have it. Big potential. Home. Home, another promising stock here. So we'd like to plot it in the previous support. Positive earnings despite the pandemic. Okay, so let's just plot it because this is still MA20 line, and that long wick over here is a sign that there was a rejection that happened. So most likely people will just take profit and then the climb will continue. So anywhere from 5.13 to 5.67 for position traders, this is your game. This is a perfect time you start accumulating. SECB. SECB might also revisit your MA20 line. So compared with the other stocks, this one over here, I think um, went ahead because we all know that it will those banks will also retrace and rest, but this just went ahead. Okay, 92.75 is the next possible stop that we see before it bounces again. Next is EEI. EEI, oh, but there was a bounce that happened right away for those people who managed to catch it at the MA20 line. Good job for you guys. So let me just plot it here still because we don't know. Maybe the market will continue to retest that again. So that's a good opportunity for you to haggle and maximize your potential there, potential profit. So 5.10 is still our support, and if you're looking at the short-term resistance for traders, this would be it. Okay, 5.10 to 5.59. But for investors, within this range, anywhere from 5.10 to 5.59, I'm sure that would be really okay for you. Okay, overall, look at that potential. So just go ahead and read the news, read the financials in PSE Edge, and you will find out if this is worth entering. Because looking at the chart looks promising. 5.10 is the support, and you're very near. Okay, and you're already at the bottom. So there you have it. We were able to cover all these stocks today, and I hope tomorrow is again a very promising day for all of us. Some of our reds are starting to turn green, so good job for the patient ones. Okay, I also had my own share of being impatient when I entered Meg. See that? I was impatient here. In fact, only to realize that I had a very good entry there. I entered at the accumulation stage, and just a few days after that, then it recovered. But nevertheless, I think we just executed our plan that if it reaches that level, then we cut our losses, and that's it. So I didn't regret because I was able to enter at the good stock anyway, so it's just fine. But this overall, the key learning here is if you knew that you entered at the right area, if it's taking a long time, um, just accept the fact that in stock market it's really a game of patience. But also, if it reached your stop loss area, because that was your stop loss area, so you have to execute that. So one thing we need to master is really finding a perfect plan whereby at your stop loss threshold is, the goal there is you enter at the, very near the support so that your stop loss area is not going to be hit. But then again, two learnings here. If it gets hit, go for it. You have no choice. That was your plan. You have to execute it, because if you don't respect it, we will end up really having messy trades. Okay. Now, if it takes a long time, your stop loss is not hit, but it only takes a long time. That's another thing you can also, that's another skill that all of us should have, being patient. Okay, so two learnings for tonight. Now, all right, I think that is it. If you have not subscribed yet to our channel, I'm glad that our community is starting to grow. Maybe you can become part of us by subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell so you're always updated. And if you like what we have covered today, go ahead and click the like so that YouTube will discover our video and recommend it to other people as well. Okay, but you're always welcome to post this on your channel or on your Facebook page so we can share what we know to other people as well. In the meantime, thank you and good night, and good luck to our trades tomorrow. Bye bye for now.